Hello, my name is Zhang Guangyi. I am a senior student this year, and I major in broadcasting and television in Communication University of China now. During the university, I participated twice in the 1-minute National College Students Video Competition Parties planning work, and once in half-summer ceremony of the Beijing International College Films Festival. Through a systematic study of the filming and production of a documentary by a professor, my passion for documentaries was cultivated and the basic abilities of filming was mastered. So far, I have participated in the filming of 4 documentaries, including 2 shooting of the CCTV-led documentaries. In view of the above shooting experiences, I think I can quickly adapt to the development of film in the future.
走在北京的路上，我的身子缩小成马羽，心却拔高自己的视线，摄入一切如画的面。七彩的人流时时变换，有时红黄多一些，有时黑蓝多一些。人流朝四方涌动，成一波波的海浪，我淹没其中，如森林里一片孤独的树叶。
北京站公安部门加强安检查微限速放行，请您不要拥挤，主动出示车票和本人身份证件，按顺序排队验票进站。
我们没有自己的住房，没有固定的工作，国家的政策风一吹，我们便如秋天的落叶，无奈地飘落。我是15年过完春节来到皮村的，来这个房间是16年的8月份，因为这里房租比较便宜，现在每个月是450，就是没有暖气的情况下，如果有暖气还得需要再加300。当着做晚饭，这是昨天剩的一顿这个肉汤。国家政策，说变就变。你看，他们都说前几年是北京欢迎你，现在呢好像是北京，这个不需要你了，很多这个像我们这样的这个打零工的都，被赶出北京了。不说被赶好像不好听，实际上就说是，失去存在的这个基础了。如果真出现那种情况下，我好像也得走了，也得离开北京了。
1461次列车已经请旅客们上车了。
这一年像火车，年初我坐火车离家，年尾我坐火车回家。回家的路有300多节，车厢那么长。回家的路有300多节，车厢那么重。为了轻装回家，我果断地扔掉了劳累、心酸、无助，只留下了收获、喜悦、思念。一路高歌，向着家的方向前进。我走在秋收后的田野上，平展展的宽阔和辽远， 把我的目光拉长。通过我刚才看了一下今年的玉米的这个长势情况，我感觉不如去年。今年好像这个虫子比较厉害，有好多这个玉米都被虫子咬过了。如果我们不种地也不行，为什么呢？在外面打工是临时的，尤其像我吧，这就眼看50岁了，好多这个工厂，不愿意用我们了，感觉我们年龄大了，怕出意外。我这几亩地还是一定要保留着。如果在外面很快去的话，我会回来继续种地。如果没地了，我就感觉心里没有依靠。到时候我没处去，如果是老家没地，我还回老家做什么呢？是吧？老家这个也没地，这个房，现在也缺权了，也可以允许卖了。如果我老家连房连地都没有了，我也就是成了这个好像是，漂泊的这个蒲公英吧，居无定所了，到那时候就。看到快成熟的时候，感觉心里很高兴，因为这些地也是我们的作品啊。我走在秋收后的田野上，凉风轻拂，衰草也摇晃，新翻的土地荡漾着起伏的波浪，脚下的松软拖住我的徜徉。于是我听到秋虫在把生命的惬意轻轻地唱。
The leading character of my short documentary is a migrant worker, but he is also a poet. High-intensity work, the bitterness of work, and the yearning of his wife and son, and the feeling of life are all the inspiration for his creation. Most of his images are related to their own occupation. However, the power from the original can hurt people's heart. What kind of life is there, and what kind of poetry is there? Every poem of his words was like a nail in your heart, and it was branded in the present time of China. In the process of shooting him, I adopted the following shooting technique, beginning with the busy and empty scenes of some cities, and the first perspective of the character to tell the environment of his living life, which contrasts with their identity. The scene of Gore's work in Shanghai is the beginning of the story. It tells about a series of stories of his daily life and the feelings about the society. The film also shows my thinking about this group. Then, with the voice of Gore reading his poetry, the imagery of his rich and multifaceted poems was portrayed by an object angle. Finally, I ended up with the scenes of the bustling cities and the groups of migrant workers, and echoed the beginning of the formation and sublimated the theme. And I want to take a documentary on mentally ill patients. What is the world like? The God says, here is the battlefield between heaven and hell. Philosophy says, here is an infinite dialectical mist. And the physics says, here is the aggregate of the basic particles. The humanity says, here is the existence. And the history says, here is the accumulation of time. All the explanations are here. So the world has countless faces and irregular bodies. Ordinary people usually look at things from outside, while mental patients directly drill into things and look from inside to outside. These mental patients may be gifted or crazy. You think he is a genius, he is a genius. And you think he is crazy, he is a madman. The second one is that I want to recall the state of the dying patient. Often they have been suffering a very long time of pain, but most of them do not have time to say goodbye to their loved ones because of the modern medical system. A hospital expert in the United States believes that the mental pain of a person before death is greater than that of physical pain. When the patient enters the dying age, it begins to be a period of psychological denial. At this time, the patient often does not recognize the severity of his illness, denies that he has been terminally ill, and he always hopes to have a miracle of treatment in order to save the death. When the patient knew that the illness was not saved, he was entered the stage of fear of death. He was frightened, irritable, and furious. When a patient is convinced that the death is inevitable and instantaneous, the patient is waiting for death to come to the reception period. Generally speaking, the needs of dying people can be divided into three levels. The first is to preserve life, the second is to relieve pain, and the third is to die without pain. Therefore, when death is unavoidable, the greatest need of the patient are peace, avoidance of punishment accompanied by relatives, spiritual comfort, and consolation. The need for beauty, such as flowers, music, or some special needs, such as writing a will, seeing the most desired person. Patients' relatives should try their best to give this patient spiritual comfort and care, so that they can enjoy the last moments of their lives without pain. Here I want to list three of my favorite movies, and the first one is Call Me by Your Name. I think love and beauty are the core of the movie. I always feel that there are only two kinds of good movies. One is to let people see the world, and the other one is to let people see themselves. This film undoubtedly belongs to the latter. Pictures often stay in meaningless settings, and many short clips are meaningless. Just like it does not intend to preach it, it does not regard you as an audience, but as much as it can bring you into the film's world. The second film I like to talk about is a Chinese documentary called This Is Life. In the department of Ghana, the struggle between life and death, the entanglement of giving up, and the generation gap between the old and the young are concentrated. This film, based on such background, leads the audience to go into the world, and the real reproductive process of women is rarely seen on the big screen in Chinese cinema. It is real and cruel. It shows a fertility dilemma that most people in China may face, and shows the truth of flesh and blood in front of the audience. The film is full of impact real story, and also uses the objective and calm perspective to overlook the essence of life. Although documentary photography is taken, the story is no less dramatic than the drama. Because of the impact of this documentary, I also want to make a film that makes the audience feel like they are watching their own life. The third one I like to talk about is Farewell My Concubine. It is a very important film for me, and it is no doubt a traditional story, but its thinking is very avant-garde. It was deeply excavated Chinese cultural history and human nature, gorgeous images and exquisite plots. The tide of the Thames is flowing in the bones and blood of every individual. The involvement of profound cultural connotation and the great background of the Thames has made personal feelings deeply. Farewell to My Concubine is not to tell about the conventional emotional story, but a story suffering with strong Chinese charm, and a history of suffering in a country, and a history of the ups and downs of an artist in the history. I have a strong sense of social responsibility, and I hope to show some of the unknown good or bad things to the audience through my lens, so that the audience can have a sense of substitution. I like a word of the French historian Regin Ponand: reality is infinitely more dramatic than fiction, as it has always been. I want to make the world pay close attention to the Frisian groups and focus on people who are suffering through my movies. Let the audience know that someone in the world is living in another way, a way we can hardly imagine. These people should be paid attention to. It is possible to be changed because it is only concerned. And I hope to learn more about documentary knowledge in VCA School of Film and Television. I hope to learn how to make better use of the language to tell the story, and how to construct the film to move the audience, and hope that I can learn the skill of the clips to make the connection between stories more fluent, and how to display the character with length and language.